Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome back to Vestaangelstarot Incorporated. This is going to be your Vestascope. It's what I call like a daily on my channel, right? And I hope everybody is well. I may miss some of my loyal subscribers because I'm coming on so late. But due to the algorithm of YouTube, if you don't catch me live, then it won't post until the next day. Okay, so today is June the 20th, 2022. Please remember that messages never expire, videos never expire. Okay, if you ever need to come back and watch an old video, more likely it still will resonate. Okay, something in that video, such as a message, information, is still going to help you out. Right? So it don't matter whether it's weeks, months, years, you always can go back. And I usually suggest that you go back around this time, like last year around the week of the 20th or the week of the 10th or the 12th. You also can do like the previous month last year or the year before that. Because remember that time is fluid and it takes time for readings or information to play out. Now, all of the time does it play out the next day or the following week, but increments of 10, like we have in the tarot, the World card, the Ten of Swords, things like that, are increments of 10. So the World card usually is like 10 years. So even though I'm giving you a current reading, this will go back for you as a cycle that needs to complete from all of the drama, trauma, karma, and everything like that enlisted into that situation that dates back when you started the situation within. Not necessarily about the person and the situation, but when you obtain or needed to obtain, or you did obtain starting the lesson 10 years ago. Okay. So I had to go pick up my new glasses today. So, and I left out kind of late, and then I ended up shopping and spent about $200. Yeah, that's why I stay at home. Okay. Let's get started. Now, today's title, always, I didn't have one at first, but when I get to this chair, when I get to my altar, the message will always come to me. So the message is starting out. So now what? Okay. So this message can be personalized for you, or it could be your feelings toward a situation or a relationship or a specific person, or for some of you, a couple of people, right? Your job, your career, your schooling, your home, your kids, your parents, your grandparents, your brother, your sister, whatever it means for you. Like, now what? I think by the next couple of days, I believe I'm correct, by the 23rd, we're going to have all of the planets lined up. If it hasn't started already, which will be the Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, Mars, all lined up right behind each other, right? And I believe they say that we're going to be able to see that out in the solar system with or without a telescope. So make sure you stay abreast for that, okay? We're going to do a reading about that also. So let's go ahead. Do I want to use these cards? I do want to get one. And I've been pulling a lot of Oracle right now because even though you love to see the tarot, I still want you to go over your Oracle cards because they're a lot of times going to reach more deeper within you than just what the Oracle, the tarot cards will say. Okay. So before I pulled that one, when I was about to put up this deck, what we used from yesterday, these two was left on the table. And then that's how I got my message. So now what? So some of you, whoever I'm picking up on the energy, this is the unconditional love, all right, that you are needing to express and to have more for yourself right now. It's also telling me that you need to continue to have this for a situation or a person. The now what part of this message is going to be, no matter what path or what choice you're about to make, or a choice that you've already made recently, have unconditional love for the situation and the person. Because I feel a lot of you are about to have a new person, and the person that you were wanting to be with or continue with may not be the person for you anymore. Okay. So the message is kind of saying that have unconditional love for this person so that they can move on, you can move on, and the situation between the both of you can move on. If you see the cards moving, I have a vent right over my altar table, and it's nothing, juju. It's the air conditioner. Okay. All right. So love yourself and others in every situation, no matter what the outward appearance may be. And this can be a lot of you that are looking out at other people's love relationships, other people's partnership and or marriages. You may be looking at an ex that they're in a relationship and you may not be. It could be that, have unconditional love for whatever situation the person you're thinking about is still going through. Don't have hate or bitterness because they are not with you anymore, or they don't want to come back to you or reestablish a relationship or partnership with you right now. Because a lot of you, I feel that you need to have this unconditional love for you, where that you can most likely go to a higher level. It's kind of like the person that you want is the key word here, not necessarily a person that you need, because you don't need another physical person. Okay. And the only reason or way you need that is for procreation. Okay. So the unconditional love is that you need to love yourself and know that you're fulfilled and you're content. You're happy with yourself. Not, oh, I'm happy and I'm content if I have a boyfriend or if I have a girlfriend or if I'm married right now. That's going to make me happy. No, because those situations don't make you happy. What happens if you do get married and then your marriage or your relationships turns very sour, right? So, but you went into a marriage thinking that, oh, only if I'm married, then I'll be foreverly happy. But it's a lot of trials and tribulation with marriage. It's a partnership. It's something that you have to continue to work at. Now, you may do it, but what if the other person don't? And now you went into something thinking that only if you had that, that's going to make me happy. You have to be already grounded and loving yourself unconditionally, okay, along with the other person you date, move in with, or marry, right? And that they should be also loving their self unconditionally. So therefore, there's no new drama or trauma that's being introduced into your new marriage or your relationship. Other people cannot make you happy. It's up to you. Okay. Remember, we talked about people are an addition to you, not a completion. Okay. So this goes into the next card, independent. Boss. Yes. So your independent is a foundation for your strength and your success. So this is why, and you see here, y'all always see these on my table here, and you see them there in the card. So, so these are why I have these on my altar here. Okay. But this is telling you too, some of you could be Leo or have Leo in your chart. Okay. That a lot of you may become independent coming out of a marriage or a relationship. And this is telling you that your independence is your foundation, not another person, not your marriage, not living with the person, okay? Not making sure that you're dating one person and sleeping with 2 or 3 other people. It's saying that you are very independent. And remember that that is always your root chakra, your foundation. That's always, or needs to be always, your own strength and your own success, not coming from another person to give you success, to give you strength, to be your foundation. Okay? So if you're separating, or soon will be separating by the alignment of these planets very soon, this is telling you, hey, wild child, this is telling you that don't be scared of your independence. A lot of you also, you're loving your independence right now. Hey, LJ, you are loving your independence right now. You're building a stronger, better foundation. You're accumulating this unknown strength. Okay. Now, if you're not, when I'm looking at Bast here, then a lot of you will be having and getting this, okay, by Leo season, which will be around August the 16th. So some of you will have some type of scenario, job, income, bonus, salary, some money that you're waiting on, whatever the case may be for you, that's going to, or some of you going back to work is what I hear, okay? And it's going to help you even more with this sense of independence. All right. So your other card is, woo, look at there, Venus love. All right. So I pulled up the chart and found out that Venus is in Aries along with Rahu, right? Mars and Jupiter is in Pisces. And again, hi, how are you? And again, this is Vedic Sidereal. Okay, I keep Vedic on this channel. And Yes or No Tarot, my other channel, is the link for that is in my About section at the bottom of the page. And it's going to be Western Astrology over there. Okay. Once I get through with my message, the person who asked that question, if it don't come out in a reading, if you choose to stay as long as the reading, I'll try and answer that for you. Okay. So Mars and Jupiter is still in Pisces as of right now. Venus and Rahu is still in Aries. Mercury is in Taurus. And that's what we needed to find out from yesterday's reading. Okay. As of a couple of days ago, Vedic Sidereal, we are in Gemini season for me. Okay. I think Western will say we're in Cancer. Not quite sure. By the 28th, though, Mars will be in Aries. And I'm telling you this for a reason. Okay. And Venus and Mercury, Venus will go over to Venus will go over to Taurus. Oh, there she go right there. Venus, Taurus, Libra. Okay. So by June the 28th, this is why Venus is coming out right now. Venus will move into one of her natural houses, which is the Empress. Okay. Taurus and Libra, right? So some of you, like I said, you will become single. Oh boy, wild child. Yeah. So it's telling you to have unconditional love for yourself. For some of you that may have a breakup that's coming up. Okay. Venus does, now, first of all, Venus does love to pair you with somebody and try and work the connection if you have somebody that is willing to work the connection with you. So if you don't have that other type of party, then it's not going to work. Okay. Because both of you could be wanting to be independent and not go fully into the planet of love. Now, love and lust are two different things. So if you're just messing around with somebody and you're being intimate with them, but this other person is not ready for the action of true Venus, you're going to remain independent. That's why it's telling you to have unconditional love and strength for yourself, and don't let that situation or that person take you down in your feelings and emotions. Okay? And it's telling you to still have love for the situation and the other person, no matter how it looks to you. Because some of you could be like, well, why they don't love me? Well, I see them dating somebody else and that person is not as good as me, or they don't look as good as me, or they don't have the things that I do. That's not for you to worry about. Whatever that other person needs to move on to learn and get that karma from somebody else, that's their path. And you don't want to be tied up with that person who you're really not supposed to be with, for when you are supposed to meet and have the person that is for you. That's how a lot of you get tied up in relationships and marriages, okay, with the person that you're really not supposed to be with. But because we are human, we follow our feelings and our emotions more than we do logically, not logically, but more than we do our intuition. Okay. A lot of us also say yes to things because we're conditioned by rules, regulations, by religion or religious practices, or what was set as conditions through or by our parents, our grandparents, by culture. Okay. Because we have a lot of countries and different religious people or situations that pair up people together and kind of force them to get married, but that's not the love of their life, Venus. You understand where I'm going with this? And I'm not changing nobody religious denomination or anything like that. I'm just telling you how Venus has one thing for you in your chart, okay? But due to our practices and our conditioning by our parents, our grandparents, our cultures, and also religion, a lot of times we say yes to relationships and marriages that are not meant for us. All right, so I'm giving you a timing, okay? June the 28th, Venus, along with Mercury, will be in Taurus. Okay, so some of you, we're going to get more cards, but some of you are going to get communication. Whether you from this other person or about this other person. And it's asking you, do you want to remain independent or are you ready for love? Okay. And if it don't go right for you, still have unconditional love for yourself. Don't let that situation change you, no matter what the outward appearance may be or how the situation turn. Because you're not based on your whole life is not based on whether that person decides to be with you or not. You still have other people and journey that you're supposed to meet and do. Okay, it's not all, the whole world doesn't revolve around that one person that you just very detrimental that you're supposed to be with, right? Taurus. Y'all know they're going to give me my cards, right? I just told you Venus is going to be in Taurus by June the 28th, along with Mercury. Remember, Mercury is third house of Gemini. Hi, Life Path Oracle. Okay. I wanted to tell y'all also, one of our subscribers, Life Path Oracle, has started their channel, and I put a link and a screenshot of her channel in my community tab. So she's new to YouTube far as having her own channel, but she's been a part of mine and also one of my moderators for a very long time. So go and show her some love and also subscribe to her channel. And let's get her subscribers up there too. Okay. So check out my community tab. She probably also may put the link in the comment. Okay. For the people who are live and for the people who see this video later on, do that for me. Okay. All right. So remember, third house of Gemini is about having courage. It's about having willpower. You may have all of the willpower and all of the courage, but what if the other person that you like and want to be with don't? Okay. What if they don't? If they don't, then you have to remain independent until Venus can have somebody who got enough balls to do what they need to do, right? I'm needing from a healing and a... Oh, wild child. I'm scared of you. I'm right with you, wild child. I believe me, I know. Why am I getting another one of these cards? I don't know. I just go with the flow. Oh, not the provoker. Oh, gosh. Oh, okay. Now, the Grand Cross, the provoker, you see all these alignments here. Thank you, angels. Okay, you see the alignments here. This is the alignment that I was talking or telling you about that's coming up June the 23rd. The alignment of all the planets, okay? The most major planets, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, okay? All of those are about to be lined up out in the solar system, in the atmosphere, so we're going to be able to see it. And, oh, I haven't seen that card in a while. Okay, hold on. They throw the 8th house in reverse. Okay, something's not finished here. Okay, strap on your cowboy boots or your heels, your stilettos, your red bottoms. Okay, strap on your boots. Hold on. They throwing us a curveball here. Let me get one of these, because I'm finna tell you about the provoker. And Golden Opportunity from the other day came out. Okay, you see it came out in reverse. And that video was get your ideas out there and going. Okay, it had a lot of the Aquarius, the star card, 3 times to come out in that reading, and it's titled "Get Your Ideas Going, Get Them Out There." Okay, bottom of this deck, see there, don't back down, Bridget. Don't back down. And it says, stand up for what you believe is right. Okay, stand up for what you believe is right. We haven't seen this card in forever. Okay, so. All right, just when I thought it was going to be quick. It ain't never quick. Golly. Okay. 8th house of Scorpio. Remember we had the supermoon June the 13th. And I said that is a shocking moment. 8th house of Scorpio. Anyway, shocking moment, a sudden shift. Stuff that is not stable is going to start to crumble. Okay. Whether you've been thinking it was stable or not, for how many days, weeks, months, years, it takes time for stuff to start to crumble so that you can build stuff up. So this 8th house over here could also be your situational relationship, whether it's a present or past tense. Okay? Whether it's a present or past tense. If you haven't, in other words, if you haven't talked to this person in months, in years, 2 years, but this person you feel is your Venus, your partnership, your Jupiter, your husband or your wife, potential, or this is what you feel from your intuition, from your heart chakra, from your root chakra, right? Whatever. The one, the pair, the twin, whatever you want to call it. The Grand Cross is exactly what it is. It's like a Grand Cross. Okay. And the crossing here is the planets that are about to be lined up, like we talked about. Now, according to, like I said, Venus here, that will be in Taurus, which is the Empress, which is a planet of love, along with Libra, right? Venus can work with Mercury because you need always communication, right? For love, for anything that you do, you love communication. So, in other words, if you have not been talking to this person, let's start with somebody from your past. Now, I'm not saying you have to get back with anybody from your past, but something is not over here. Okay? So, whatever reason that you and this person, I'm going to get to a current person, or if you're independent and alone, just give me a minute. For a past person, why ever you separated, whatever the case may be, okay? An opportunity was not taken at the time. And of course, that what is sparked the breakup. Okay? And I'm saying that the opportunity was that this person did not heed the opportunity to continue this relationship with you. Okay? And that also can apply for your current person right now. Whether you're still living with the person or whether you're separating or divorcing. They no longer want this golden opportunity to continue love, Venus here with you. Okay, the number 4, stability, Cancer house. Now, Venus is not Cancer, but the number 4 is about home. It's about stability. It's about family. Okay, and that's also what Venus is about. The establishment of love and partnership, marriage. So, second house of Taurus, where Venus is moving by June the 28th. After this grand cross, a provoker, somebody is being provoked or will be put in your path to provoke you. In other words, to see if this is what you want. Okay, so the universe will be throwing you a curveball that somebody will come onto your path for you to have a choice. If you want this new person, or are you going to open back this door of opportunity for the person you feel is your Venus? Now, if you're already separated and you're single and you've been single for a very long time, the person that you thought that was yours was not it. And I believe we did a video about that a couple of weeks ago, and it was titled Not the One. Okay, so you may want to go back and take a look at that, because I remind you that they give me messages before the stuff happens. That's why it's tarot. It tells you about the future, not about the past. So whatever that reading entail, not the one, is who this provoker is. Okay. And this is why you're not, or you did not give a golden opportunity, or you said, no, I want to stay independent here. Okay. I like you. I have unconditional love for you, but I love myself more. And I'm waiting on Venus to bring me the person who I am supposed to be with. Okay. Now, when Venus moves into Taurus, remember we talked about the past couple of days that Taurus second house is how people see you. This person sees you as Venus. This person sees you as the Empress. Okay. And or Emperor. Okay. So this person will need to express their emotional feelings and security to you. So this is also their same reading where the energy is telling them don't back down. While Venus is in Taurus, and if they don't do it now, then they'll have to wait until Venus moves into Libra. You understand what I mean? Because Libra and Taurus consist of Venus. So this same reading for you is also still the same reading for the other person. Somebody don't need to back down. Somebody is steady waiting. Okay. You see the sword in the upward position? They're ready to talk now. They're not backing down anymore. They're not backing down. Why? It's because Venus will be in third house of communication. Pisces, Aries. She will be in Taurus along with Mercury. Okay. And this is why the sword is here. So the encouragement of Venus, the planet of love, mixed in or in the same house of with Mercury, that is where you're going to get your communication to come out from that other person you're waiting to hear from. Now, also from you, you're not going to back down either. Okay, you're going to express how you feel emotionally about the situation and also the person. Some of you are going to say, no, I don't want this opportunity. Some of you are going to say, yes, I'm going to remain independent. I'm working on my business, my home, my family, my career right now, and I'm not ready for love. I'm working on Taurus second house, stuff that I value. My values have changed, Venus, about how I look at love, who I want to love, what type of person I look for now versus than the older type of people that I used to choose in my 30s, in my 20s or whatever, or in my 40s. Okay, some of you may be 50 and up. Okay, so the way that you used to view love have changed. Taurus second house, how people see you. Okay, now also Taurus second house, the things that you have, a lot of you may start to buy even more luxurious things, cars, perfume, jewelry, things for your home, clothing. Okay, you could be going out for nice dinners, or this is how this person is going to come in for you, that they are wanting to start to show you things of Venus. They may bring you some type of gift. It also could be a wedding ring. It could be an engagement starting here. Okay, it's going to be up to you to what the answer is. All right, let me put some clarification on this. Okay, what I also want to point out is that by June the 26th, the moon will be in Taurus along with Mercury and Venus. Okay, so the moon will be in Taurus before Venus gets there. The moon is your feelings and your emotions. Things that was hidden from you or the other person that they did not disclose to you, how they felt, how they really loved you, those things are going to come out. Yeah, you see that? The catalyst, something will start to get ignited. Okay, the fuel is coming when Venus and the moon goes in and mix with Mercury in second house of Taurus. Okay, that spark, fanning the flames again. This is why the eighth house of Scorpio is in reverse. Some of you, if you want it, is getting a second chance with this. This, for some of you, can be your first chance of you skipped over somebody, or you recently told somebody no, you don't want to date them or something like that. Okay. See there, the crow, remembering magical power, a new event or happening, observant, omen, memories. Some of you are really going through or having memories about an ex or about how you was Venus in some type of love dynamic. Okay, whether it was old or recent. Not just you, but also the other person you're thinking about. So based on the alignment, the grand cross here of the planets, somebody is being nostalgic. Somebody is looking through actual memories of pictures, Instagram, Facebook, physical pictures in your phone, whatever. Okay, somebody is going through memories. And this is why when those planets align, and when the moon and Venus and Mercury is all in the same house, in second house of Taurus, okay, this is where the communication, somebody's going to have the courage and the willpower don't back down to reach out to you and to communicate. You hear my voice cracking? Somebody wants to fix this solution. Somebody's getting clarity. Okay, somebody is about to open up and to break out. Somebody is wanting to unlock, or something is unlocking for you right now. What is this that she's holding in her hand? I think that's her heart. You see, she's holding this heart and it's on fire here. That's the fuel that I was just talking about. Okay. Now, for some of you, if you're moving, or if you want this person to move in with you, you may offer them a key, or they may ask you to move in with them. Okay. But there is some... Life Path Oracle, yes, the D9 also could be unlocking for some of you. You would need to have your chart and to see what planet by the 28th, by the end of the month, will be in your D9, okay? And for some of you, you see there, every time I break it and I say the same thing, unlocking the communication. Fixing the bridge between the both of you, communication, trying to reunite, trying to connect. Integrating means to come together, to blend together, overcoming these barriers. They're wanting to share something with you to establish harmony, okay? And hoping that you're going to compromise, okay? And you compromising, for some of you, will be the solution and the key, because your 8th house is in reverse. Now, I'm not saying that's meant for everybody, because everybody exes, okay, is not meant to be with or to be back with. But for some of you, it could have just been a fight or argument, and, you know, it just blew up. The person is not really a bad person. They could be a great mother, a great father, or a father figure to you and your children. If you don't have kids by them, but y'all was living together, it's all type of different situations around this world. Okay. So as I put the message out, you have to be enlightened on how it's a circumstance for you. Now, if you're currently going through a separation or divorce, you will be moving out soon, and you will be having your own new key. Okay. You're about to be liberated. You're still going to have communication with the person, because like it says, unconditional love. You love yourself even more to go ahead and separate and divorce, but it's still telling you don't have ill feelings. Still have unconditional love. Don't wish ill on the other person. And now you're becoming independent. You're loving yourself even more, Venus. And now you're going to start living your life. Okay. That's also what you're going to be unlocking. You're going to start changing the way you look and dress, how you eat, what you eat. You probably could start traveling. You're going to start buying your stuff. Buying yourself more stuff, okay? Wearing more different types of perfume. Your conversation is going to be very different now when you speak with people. And also, a lot of you could start to buy a lot of different possessions, okay? Like name brand shoes or clothing, purses, hats, coats, you know the gig, okay? Especially if you're a Taurus, because Venus is about the luxury. She is about the high-priced meals, vehicles, clothing, trips, okay? You don't want a regular hotel. You want a platinum suite. Now, some of you may say, well, I can't afford that. But Venus wants that for you. So this is also probably why a lot of you are still independent right now and not in a relationship. Okay? Because you know what you deserve. Stand up for what you believe is right. Now, also with Venus being in Taurus, I'm going to tell you, your food intake is going to change. Okay, especially with the moon there. The moon is your feelings and emotions. So you may start to overeat. You may start also to eat a lot of sweets or a lot of salt. Okay. What else? Your speech. I feel that a lot of you, your speech is going to come out as very defensive. Stand up for what you believe. You may not be doing it on purpose, but you're going to be elaborating on the intense feelings, the moon. Okay. And by Venus being there, a lot of you may overload and really talk and express about how you want to be loved, what you want, the type of monetary money that you want as an income coming in from this other person. You're going to stand up for your beliefs and tell them your boundaries and what you're not going to put up with, and etc. and etc. Okay. So is that the moon? It was that the moon. Yes, it was. Y'all thought I was just talking about the moon just to be talking about it, right? Romance, intuition, your psyche, affection, recognition, invitation, sensuality, and divine feminine. Some of you, your moon cycle is on, or it will be coming on. Okay, ladies, your cycle. Can be also within the next 3 to 6 days, or you got 3 to 6 more days before it's off. Okay. So fantasy, subconscious, romance, Venus here. Don't back down. Don't back down from either you getting an opportunity to feel and also show affection. You still can remain independent, but it's telling you don't hide your feelings and your emotions and your affection. Okay. Somebody, far as recognition here, is recognizing who you are as an empress. And this reading is also telling them that somebody may be put on their path that may be coming back to them, just like they're trying to come back to you, even if you don't know this person yet. Okay. But the provoker is usually when a person is put on the path to, what number is that? 47. To stir up things. Okay. To see if this is really what you want. So here's the book. And it says, Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all, by Helen Keller. Now, this book is not by Helen Keller. It's the Black Moon Astrology cards, which is all of these cards right here. Okay. All right. So we're going to read a little passage here. The Grand Cross is an area of tension in a chart, thus becoming a great catalyst. And remember, I showed you the catalyst card and I talked about the fuel, fanning the flames, right? For movement and change. A rare astrological, Mercury, okay? A configuration, the Grand Cross, also called the Grand Square, occurs when 4 planets form a perfect cross in the skies. These planets are around 90 degrees from each other, meaning there are 4 planetary squares, 90 degrees apart, and 2 planetary opposition, okay? Or 180 degrees apart. Squares, as you know, and if you just look like something as a square, just a rectangle, but you know, a square. A square is always going to give you opposition. So in other words, everything that you went through with this person or in your life or whatever type of venture you had with this person, it always went to one corner and stopped. Okay. Then it went to another corner and stopped. it was always some type of opposition. It was always some type of tension or argument or fight. Other people, provoker, came in the midst of your relationship and or marriage. It never softened. It never softened up. That's what Venus is. Venus is soft. She's cashmere. She's silk. You understand? She's luxury. She's the very opposite of 8th house of Scorpio, which is very tense, also can be very demanding, very scary, very outspoken, etc., etc. Okay, so let's move on. I'm trying not to just read the whole darn book, but if you want me to read the whole thing, just let me know in the comments and I keep going. Okay, I want to get to really the gist of this. Okay, they come with the pressure to grow and the will to exceed any limitations put in one's path. But the Grand Cross is the most rare and intense of all. Don't back down. Okay? In mythology, this alignment represents the 4 directions, the Grand Cross, also called the Cosmic Cross, and symbolic of the 4 seasons, equinoxes and solstice. So what do we have as of tomorrow or the next 2 days? The first day of summer. Yep. The 4 seasons. Winter, spring is what we went through. So during that winter and spring, a lot of y'all was going through the tension, right? And it could have been also last winter, spring, summer, or fall, or the year before that. You went through something in one of the seasons or one of the equinoxes or one of the solstices. Okay? So this is bringing this back up because the Grand Cross don't happen all the time. It's a rare occurrence, right? All right. So we left off here, as well as the cross quarter days, indicating a period of time when your life may seem at cross purposes. Okay, you're at a crossroads, like the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Swords. Usually when a Grand Cross occurs, it indicates a crisis. Yet through this culinary will be painful processes of growth, then renewal. Okay, this is why the 8th house of the Scorpio card is in reverse. Something is not finished. Your process of your growth, independent, unconditional love for yourself, and also how you see other people, not just a specific ex, but how you look at people. Okay, whatever this process of growth for you is not finished. The Scorpio card in reverse. Okay, for some of you also, your painful process of growth is that now you're becoming more dependent because now you're out of a relationship. You're out of a situation and or marriage. You put that person out or whatever they put you out. Okay, because we've seen the key. So this cross, the Grand Cross, the Grand Square is now bringing this tension and restriction to you because now you're learning as a process of growth to become even more independent, coming out of that codependency that you need a person to be loved or to feel love within, and you don't. That's a process that you have to learn, the moon. And the moon is waxing and waning, right? So this is what you are turbulent or going back and forth in about your emotions and feelings. One moment you want a relationship, the other moment you want to be independent. And Venus is saying, hey, look, either you do or you don't. You can't keep in the middle, right? We talked about that in the middle type of stuff. All right, so then renewal, and eventually a greater foundation for happiness and success. Didn't we just see that somewhere? Oh, I love it when they do this. Y'all see that right there? The calamity will be the painful process of growth, then renewal, and eventually a greater foundation for happiness and success. What does that say? Your independence is a foundation for your strength and your success. Bast. And back then, Venus here is a representation to the Egyptians, okay, the pharaohs and things like that, to what Bast represents. So you really got Roman or modern day Venus, the Empress, versus Egyptian, the Bast. Both are really the same thing, but different religions and cultures. Remember, I just talked about that, right? So much the same, but so much different. Ooh, great reading, angels, today. Okay, so strangely, it is almost as the planetary energies are in competition with each other. So this is why I'm saying don't back down. What's really happening is because of this cross, you and the other person, of how both of you feel separately, is very independent, but it also can be worked out or maintained or brought together as a new love relationship. So I'm going to skip over a little bit to the brief synopsis of this, which is right here, the Grand Cross card. Frustrations being overwhelmed by the reality of situations. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Wild Child. Balancing things out. Analysis and paralysis. Unreadiness to move or act. The mulling over matters. So what matters are you mulling over right now? You're becoming frustrated with it. You're becoming overwhelming with it. Okay. By the reality of the situation and the balancing that's needed of the situation that's going on with you right now. Building a foundation, an old one or a new one. Keeping an eye on the prize. Identity crisis. Focusing on self and self-worth. Initiation, needing to act. Poverty, the need to, what is that? Scavenge. I think that's like a scavenger, right? To make stuff work or put stuff together to invent or to come up with something new. Okay, like putting stuff together, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay, hard luck, not being given a break. You may be feeling like that with you right now with yourself. Direction, focus, earning trust, implementing change, the need to be more flexible, encountering resistance, time for healing, time for reasoning, feeling hurt, victimization, feeling misunderstood, a realistic look at the future, going through the motions, an unfavorable time to act on impulse. That's why this card is here. Wait. It's telling you to wait. Do not act on impulse because of not only the moon, but because of the Grand Cross is happening. Okay. And you don't want to act off impulse. And also the other person you're thinking about, new or old, it's telling them that they don't need to back down either. So they could be having the courage to come to you as impulse, but because they don't fall through with it, that's because of the energy coming off of the Grand Cross. Because they are feeling these same type of things like you. Frustration, being overwhelmed by the reality of the situation that Venus, they still love you. They still want you. And maybe before they back down, okay? But now it's like because of the Grand Cross happening, they need to stand up for what they want and what they believe in. Now, if this is not a person that you're wanting for that, then this is you still dealing with the Grand Cross about balancing things out in your life right now, analyzing it, okay? It's time for you to move or to act. Mulling over the matters that's going on in your life right now. building a new foundation, keeping your eyes on the prize, re-identifying yourself or identity crisis, focusing on yourself and self-worth, initiating, needing to act, but you're not taking action. Poverty. Some of you could be having poverty problems right now. Hard luck, if you feel it's such a thing, or not given a break. What direction are you about to go in right now? Focus, earning trust, implementing change. Are you implementing change? The need to be more flexible. Are you encountering resistance? Time for healing. The Scorpio card in reverse. So this Grand Cross also here, okay, is represented in this book as the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is feeling hurt and wounded, okay? But the Nine of Wands, you're still standing. You're still standing, ready to fight. Wait and don't back down, okay? So key ideas is pressure, discipline, frustration, growth, defensiveness, competition, and victory. Okay, so we talked about that. I don't want to just hold you up with that book. Gonna throw out a couple of more cards. Thank y'all so much for still watching the video, because I know it's already going into an hour. So let's get you two more of these. There go one. And a good sign, a omen, baggage, burdens, feeling curse, guilt, shame, and regret. Now, you may not be feeling any of this, but maybe you're feeling more of what we just read in the book, right? So the Moon card also is about your mother, not just about your lover. The Moon card also is your line of credit. Okay, so when you get a chance, if you want to screenshot or if you want to order this deck so that you can get this book and you can read it as part of your healing and stuff that you need to look over. Okay, but in your subconscious, you may be feeling some shame, regret, or guilt. Or still in your subconscious, you're still holding on to baggage. Okay. The baggage of that maybe you did not see the recognition and affection from this person. Or they could be feeling like they did not get this from you. So this could be the issue of why they would want to come back in the Moon to express their emotions and feelings to you. Something that you may not be that you may not even know that they felt, or maybe you didn't even know that you made them feel like that. Okay, because they should have said something then, right? We all don't say nothing at the time. A lot of us do hold on to emotional baggage and conversation that should have been expressed at the moment. Okay. Oh, wow, I had to pull that card. That was at the bottom of the deck last night or yesterday. And I hate that card because I hate snakes. I even get jittery by even looking at this snake on this picture. Okay, so deception, jealousy, betrayal, backstab, toxic, the silent treatment, seduction, and sexuality. Okay, so this is your divine masculine energy, because this is the divine feminine, the Moon. And that's always, okay? But we do have masculine and feminine all within us. So it's not about what type of genitalia you have, okay, down below. It's about internal, the yin and the yang. So a lot of you divine feminines can actually be this deception and jealousy and betrayal and giving out the silent treatment. Just because you're a feminine don't mean that you have to be the feminine card right now. These energies can be reversed, because the masculine is probably dreaming of you. You're all in their subconscious. They're fantasizing about you. They want the romance back. Are they listening to their intuition and their psyche? They're wanting affection. It can be because whatever situation that they were dealing with or in, they have not been getting affection from that person or those people, right? So they want the recognition of what Venus is highlighting to them in their intuition, okay, about you. And this is why they want to send you out a text, phone call, email, whatever the case may be, and send out an invitation. Okay. And this time they want sensuality, which is holding, cuddling, kissing, buying gifts, pampering, nurturing, and stuff like that. Probably what they was not the first time. And you, for some of you divine feminines, if you're in the masculine energy, you want the sexuality. So it seems like some of the divine feminines now are just wanting some of the wham bam thank you ma'am, because you're more independent right now and you don't want love. For some of you, you do. Okay. But you're wanting the sexuality out of it. Okay. And this could be the toxic energy that you're trying to heal from the inside, what we just read over in the book. And this 8th house is what make it toxic. Okay. One more. Back starting to hurt. Competition is in reverse. So whoever had competition, okay, if you felt like you was in competition over this girl, over this guy, competition is gone. So somebody don't have the same people or person that they had before. You or the other person is feeling like they can't win. They're not very successful right now. They don't have the drive force, but I want to remind you that Mars will be going into Aries by the 26th. So whoever don't have this drive force, where did he touch you? I don't know what that means. LJ, you'll block that person or time out because I don't know what that means. We don't do no creepy shit around here. So the Wheel of Fortune, there you go. There the change is. Okay, so Jupiter is still in Pisces. And what's going over with Pisces? Mars is over there. Or by the 26th, Mars will be... no, Mars is in Pisces with Jupiter. Okay. So remember I talked about Venus and Jupiter is husband and wife. So some of you could be married to this person but separated right now. And the changes that we read in the book, Jupiter is coming in to make those changes stable. Given the optimistic about it. Okay. A turning point. You may actually be very tolerant to the situation and person right now as an opportunity because Venus is there. Thank you, angels. Okay. Softening you up. So the other person has a doorway, golden opportunity to come in while you're softened up to make their statement. All right. Let's see. Inner voice and suppression. This is kind of like the high priestess here. You see the half a moon, inner voice. Remember we just talked about the subconscious, intuition, recognition, all that. Somebody needs to listen to their inner voice and suppress this, like the 10 of Swords. Now, even if you don't get back with the person, it's still a doorway that is about to open up due to the alignment of the Grand Cross here for this baggage, guilt, or regret on whoever's part and or both. The feeling of curse, like it must just be like I'm cursed or something. I I can't get no good partner. I haven't been in a relationship in so long. I'm getting a divorce, and now I'm about to be alone or separated, and it's just feeling like I'm cursed. You're not cursed. It's just Rahu. Okay? It's just Rahu. And now it's the alignment of this phenomenal lineup of these planets so close together at a certain degree as a grand cross, which don't happen often. So if your other person does not take this opportunity, and for a lot of you, they will, some of you will. Okay? This also go for single people. They're going to listen to their inner voice, and they're going to be at a place where you're going to be able to meet them. Past life. So for some of you, this really is a new person. Abundance in reverse. Ooh, yes. Because remember that the alignments of these planets has not happened yet. Okay? This is coming up. So listen to your inner voice. And don't be lazy about the situation. You see, it went in concern energy. Laziness. Don't be lazy about the situation. Okay? It may be your other person totality. It may be the other person that just be lazy too. They don't listen to their intuition. And this golden opportunity, which is already in reverse, passes them by. And so Jupiter and Venus together will pair you or send past life your next component, your next person. Okay? Because this is going to be an opportunity to clear the baggage. Okay? Where that stuff can be done and said, it's over with. You've cleared out your mind and your karma about it. They did theirs. They accept that you said no, or they accept that you said yes. They're able to move on, and you're able to move on. Okay? So rest and rejuvenation. You're not talking to this person. So whoever this person is, you have not been talking to them. Okay? Abundance again in reverse and contract. See, this is the past life contract that I'm talking about here. You have a contract with this person. As soon as you was intimate, soon as you was married to that person, soon as you said yes to a relationship with that person, you started a contract with them spiritually. For some of you, you're going to get fired, or you're deciding to leave a job as some type of masseuse or massage therapist. Okay? Maybe you're deciding to leave this job because it's not paying enough money for you anymore. All right. For some of you, your money from a marriage or separation, or from some type of legalities like a lawsuit, it's not here yet. Okay. So continue to wait on your money for your lawsuit. Could also be medical or car accident, whatever it is for you. Also could be the sale of a house. You're going to have to wait, rest and rejuvenation. Okay. Before this contract is done, sealed, and you get the money from it. But make sure you listen to your inner voice, though. I'm doing the past life cards real quick because we had the past life card to come out. I don't really use these too much, but something is telling me, because this is a soul contract here. And some of you are wanting out of it because you feel it's not valuable to you. There's no sense of abundance in it. Okay. Love life. See there what I was talking about Greek and Roman? And I said that religion and modern day Roman, this is the same thing. Remember I showed you that Venus and Boss. So for a lot of you, your past life contract with love with this person. This is why you feel like you cannot separate. The person is still on your mind. It's always some type of tension or restriction that's in the way or caused in your relationship and or marriage. It just seems like it's always some type of stop and go. You always are good in love. Well, this is everybody, but you always good and in love, and then you hit like a stopping block. Okay, or you get to one corner and you can't go no more. Then you go a period of time where you're not talking and you're not speaking, and or you separate. This is the past life, the love here. This is the contract. And one of you or both of you have been lazy about this love contract. The person has not been putting any effort in. They have been toxic, third party situation, only coming towards you for sex and seduction. Okay, giving you the silent treatment, or you're doing this person like this. They have backstabbed you. They have betrayed you. They have gave you deception. And sometimes they even act jealous. Okay. It's time to suppress this. It's time to finally break free and suppress this out of your feelings and your emotions, because it's time for the making the stable changes, either together or independent separately. But it's time to address this contract from your past life. Some of you really do love some type of Roman, you may even have dreams, okay, of Roman, Italy, Paris, all over Europe. Some of you have been to Europe, right? Some of you are Greek. So imagine that. I recently just ordered, and when it get here, I'm going to share it with you. I recently ordered an ancestry or a DNA kit to do my DNA and to create a family tree and get what my heritage is, what is my ethnic background. Not just what I put on a paper and application, but way back past life into several hundreds and thousands of years, however far it can go back, okay, to what my lineage is. So some of you have Greek or Roman in your DNA, okay, also your ancestries here, okay, past life. Some of you like Roman statues, Greek or Italy, Paris, you know, because I have a lot of Buddha and Chinese art or Japanese art in my house. Why? I don't know, because I'm black as day. Okay, black as day. But I have a lot of Chinese art and also Buddha around my house. So most likely this is where I come from in my past life. Okay, so some of you really like Roman artifacts. You watch a lot of Roman or Egyptian videos, or you know, about the past when it comes to Roman in Italy and Egypt and the pyramids and things like that. You're very interested in that. You also want to check out your own DNA or your family tree. Now, please remember that all of us are mixed. Okay. So even if I'm a Black American, if I go back to the Egyptian days as my ancestors, I probably do also got Roman, you know, or Greek in my lineage. It may not be right now, but we all are mixed. Okay. Sorry if you felt some other type of way, but we all are mixed because our bloodlines start thousands of years ago, and we were not there to see who they made it with, and it kept going on down the line, on down the line, on down the line. Okay, be realistic here. I want to get one more of the past life cards here. You like Oriental in Egypt too, Miss Linda? Oh, wow. Okay. Traveling, leaving or traveling. Okay. Again, are you leaving? Are you staying? Or are you going to travel? Now, this could be also the person coming to you, new or old, or are you going to them? Okay. So reading this says that in the upright, it's saying that you will be leaving and or you will be traveling very soon. For some of you that may be taking a vacation or want to go somewhere, you can't go nowhere right now. Okay. It can change in a couple of days, couple of hours. But as of this reading, as today, maybe by tomorrow you can. Now, leaving and traveling in reverse tells me that some of you that may have planned on going to Europe or something like that, the travel plans has been canceled, or it's a delay in flights or something. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Can be a delay in flights right now. So some of you may get stuck at the airport or stuck in some type of travel, or it's telling you to wait. Some of you may be planning this as a future type of trip, maybe like on your bucket list or something like that. Yes. Bottom of the deck is health and reverse. So health is 6th house of Virgo, right? So some of you, this is going to better your health, whether you know it or not. Letting go of this emotions and baggage and burden, what I call it, it really does affect your health. You may try and put it past you and behind you and not think of it no more, but every now and then you still do. It still eats at you, okay? And if it's eating at you, believe me, it's eating at the other person too. So the health card is that you need to invest more into your emotional health. 2nd house of Taurus, your emotional security, okay? Because that's all you have. That's who makes you up as a loving, unconditional person. Also is your mental capacity, okay? Your mental health, your physical health. All of that is very important. And you need all of that to be very stable for your new love relationship. This new person that's coming into your life. Okay. Working more on your health, not only mentally, but physically. Also with rest and rejuvenation, here's my loyal subscribers, get more rest. Okay. Try and get some rest here because your emotions are just everywhere. And I think that's it. Woman holding the coin at the bottom here. So yes, you are very independent. You're very independent, financially independent. Okay. You're worried about your physical possessions and everything like that right now. Your career, your money. Your money is not doing very good for some of you, or you've been spending a lot of money. Okay, so let's slow up on that. Contracts. This also is about the give and take of this situation right now. It needs balancing out. Remember, we talked about that, read that in the book. That's also going to be an opposition or a restriction about this Grand Cross right now is contracts. Now, contracts can be leases, mortgages, car notes, going to get a car, paying your car note, signing insurance, signing a job application, hiring some type of person to do a service. That's a contract, right? Marriage, divorce, separation. Some of you are going to school for law. And you may not get granted what you call that? Not the loan, but the student aid. Thank you, angels, okay? You may not be granted the student aid. Some of you may switch to law because you didn't want to take up nursing or RN or whatever, okay? Pharmacy technician, etc., etc. all of that is health. And like I already said, some of you are leaving a masseuse or massage therapist job because you're not making enough money. Let's be aware of your emotions, okay? But I feel that you're going to be also recognized more as a divine feminine from people that you don't know, and or a present or a past lover. Somebody is going to reach out to speak with you. If they listen to their inner voice and that they don't back down. You know, men get scary, women get scary, right? So are they going to have the guts to really say something to you and to express how they feel? Don't back down. All right. All right. We're going to end it here. Thank y'all so much for the people who are left. You're so loyal. Okay. I really appreciate it. I'm here to try and give you all the messages I can. That's why it does take so long. So if you only watched half of it, then come back and watch the other part, because I know you have stuff to do. And I'm just doing my job, right, to make sure that you get the messages that you need. Okay. And so I'll be thinking on when we're going to do the alignment of the Grand Cross video. A matter of fact, let me put that card up here so I won't forget. I'm going to put it up here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Make sure you go and subscribe to Life Path Oracle's channel. I put a screenshot of her channel and also the link in my community tab. I believe she also put the link in the comments. And go and support her too. Okay. And that's it for today's reading. I thank y'all again so much. And y'all know it still be more messages, but I don't want to be on here keeping y'all on here like 2-3 hours. Okay, so I try and get out as much as I can, as quickly as I can. But dealing with these past life cards, it is so much more than just what it says here. Okay, we can do a whole reading just off of these, and maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Y'all want to do just past life cards tomorrow with tarot only? Let's do that. So I'm going to put these on the table on my altar to remind me to do that for tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow I got to go register my daughter for school because she's going to be attending high school when they go back. So I got some errands to do. So when I get back from that, we're going to do our reading. Okay. All right, y'all. Stay safe and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.